Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And I may go off on this show, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, funny enough, we had actually finished wrapping up in terms of shooting. We'd actually finished up, and I was just getting ready to now move on to the next stage, and then something told me to click on this video, right? This video on YouTube. So I click on the video and I see the title. Jesus Lord. Title says, first of all, anyway, basically on First Take, they were explaining why LeBron has a more successful career than Tom Brady. That almost sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound like an oxymoron to even say something like that? So I clicked on this video, right? I clicked on this video. The first person, I can't remember his name, he said some things and I thought he gave a reasonable take. But the second dude that spoke, and I cannot remember his name, and I do not care to remember his name, gave probably the worst sports take I have heard in 2023. So before we go too far, what we want to do is we want to play this clip for you guys. I want you guys to take a listen to what this dude was saying. And then we'll come back and continue on with the show. Take a listen to that.
Who is more goated? Freddie, I'm going to start with you on this one. Who has
the one with the goatee? I get it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why.
I see what you did.
More successful career, LeBron or Brady?
Well, first things first, and you gentlemen know this, you lady knows this. Anytime we have somebody who's great, we never think they're going to be that great. We knew LeBron was going to be great. We didn't see this. Yeah. Any great athlete goes beyond any kind of expectations when they get to that level. But nobody saw Tom Brady coming. And it goes beyond being the sixth-round pick. We've seen 6 before Brady at 30 for 30, all that stuff. But 7 championships and 10 Super Bowl appearances. And it took 2 great throws from Eli Manning to keep that from being 9, and an otherworldly performance by Nick Foles of the Philadelphia Eagles to keep that from him being 10 for 10. And then the distance that he's been able to put between him and the guy that many people consider the greatest quarterback of all time, in Joe Montana. He kept putting distance between him and that guy, him and other players. LeBron is still going to have that Kobe, Michael Jordan conversation around him. There are going to be plenty of people that are never going to let that go. But Tom Brady has unofficially put himself in that status. It's him and everybody else, in my opinion, in the history of the National Football League. So I know it's just trying to slice one over the other, and it's a thin slice. But because what he's been able to do in the hardest sport in the world and the hardest position to succeed at in the history of the NFL, I'll take Tom Brady slightly over LeBron James.
I think it's obviously LeBron James. I want to show some football solidarity, and it's hard to say that that Tom Brady he could do anything more, but I think it comes down to the sports. Like, Tom Brady is the best in football ever because of all of his championships, but you just can't have an impact on the game, even if you're a quarterback, as much as a good NBA player can. Like, LeBron James, at points in his career, you could argue he was the best defensive and offensive player in the league, and he was the key piece to every championship team that he was on. You can't say that about Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a passenger for some of those championships. He made some plays, but he was not. The defense was the reason why he won those early championships. The defense was the reason why they won that championship in Tampa Bay. And to me, what it comes down to is a player like LeBron James in basketball is always going to be more goated or more significant, more important, more impactful than any player, even if it's a quarterback who's won, 7 Super Bowls now? And so it's what it comes down to. And when you look at the championships, Tom Brady has that comeback against the Falcons, which I think is like his masterpiece. LeBron James beat the 73, like the best team in NBA history. He came back from down 3-1 and won a championship against them. So It's hard to argue against Tom Brady in anything. And if we're talking about any other quarterback or any other player in football, I think it's obviously Tom Brady. But when you're talking about a basketball player in a sport that's international, so like Tom Brady's competing against American dudes. Like he had to beat a bunch of people from this country of what, 7 million people. I don't know, a lot of people. Yeah. But LeBron James is going against the best of the world. Everybody plays basketball. And we have a league that became globalized through Michael Jordan and through the Dream Team and all that. And we have all the best players in this league right now are from somewhere else. And LeBron James was the king of that league for the entire time and won championships against that level of competition. That's just not what Tom Brady was doing. And you think back about LeBron's great moments, there are lots of great moments. They're him hitting big threes. They're him dunking on people. They're also him doing chase down blocks. Tom Brady don't got that. I never seen Tom Brady get a game-sealing interception or force a sack fumble. And it's nothing against him, no knock against him. He just can't be as impactful as a basketball player.
There are 336 million people in the United States of America.
I was thinking 8 billion in the world. That's why I got caught up.
Yeah.
I think 8 billion people in China alone.
Yeah. And LeBron is better than all of them.
So you heard what he had to say. I don't even know where to begin with this. I'm trying to think of a take that I heard this year that was worse than what I just listened to. I'm trying to think because I've heard some bad takes this year, but this is probably the dumbest of them all. And the annoying part about it was they had the nerve to be laughing at the end of that clip. Why y'all laughing? What are you laughing about? Bro, did you hear what this dude was saying? It's almost like as if he was talking like as if he's been the only one on earth for the last 30 years. He's the only one that has access to a computer. So he just went up there and was talking like as if he was the only one that had access to the information he was talking about. He said that at times in the NBA, LeBron was considered the best offensive player and the best defensive player. When was LeBron ever considered the best offensive player or the best defensive player at any time in the NBA? When did that? You know what? If it happened, write the year in the comment section where we said that dude is the best defender and the best offensive player in the. When was that ever said? When was it ever said? He literally made that up. Nobody nowhere except probably Suzette. If y'all don't know who Suzette is, some of y'all know who that is. Said that. No one nowhere ever said anything like that. And that's the case. If they ever said that LeBron was the best offensive or defensive player, why does LeBron only have 6 All-NBA defensive teams in 20 seasons? You said it. You said it. You said it. Why is LeBron only made 6 all-defensive teams in 20 years of playing basketball? Why? If they said he was one of the best offensive players, why does he only have 1 scoring title? Think about it. Why does he only have 1 scoring title in 20 years of playing basketball? Help me understand. Help me understand. Where's the Defensive Player of the Year award? Where are the steals leaders at? Where's it at? They were having that conversation, and I was listening to it. I'm like, yo, are these dudes serious? I really think they think that some of their viewers are stupid. I really, really believe that. I really, really believe that ESPN thinks, and that guy that was talking, I don't care to remember his name. When you give a take like that, nobody needs to remember your name. I think that they think that their viewers are really, really dumb. Or it's not maybe that they don't think that they're dumb. Maybe they think they're just grossly misinformed or uninformed. I can't even believe that this dude fixed his mouth to say that. He was saying some of the stupidest things I have ever heard anybody say. LeBron has a better career than Tom Brady. All right, so what are we supposed to be doing with all those losses? Oh, let me find out. Let me just find out. Tom Brady record. I just got to figure this out. In the Super Bowl. I just got to know what it is. Tom Brady has been to the Super Bowl 10 times. Tom Brady has won 7 Super Bowl rings. LeBron has been to the NBA Finals 11 times. LeBron has 4 NBA championships. Please help me understand. What am I not understanding here? I'm totally confused. How can you be considered a GOAT of any sport when you have a losing, not even a losing, a below, like a well below 500 record in the finals? How can you be considered in a GOAT conversation unless losing doesn't matter? All that matters is twerking. That's all that matters. You just got to twerk it up all over the place, knock over everybody's drinks, knock us down to the floor, just to reach in your back pocket to bust out a bucket of honey and to pour it all over yourself. Because I'm trying to figure out why you would fix your mouth to say something like this. Jordan, who had 9 all-first defensive teams, plus a defensive player of the year, plus led the league in steals 3 times. Oh, by the way, he also had 10 scoring titles, 10 of them. And you telling me that this dude got a better career than Tom Brady? Cuzzo, what's wrong with you, bro? I don't be understanding it, but he didn't even stop there. And he thought he was saying something innovative. Because maybe he was talking like some dude, I don't know who he was. Well, I couldn't even believe it. He said, oh, yes. And if you look at the talent pool that LeBron plays against, one would surmise that LeBron is playing against a wider talent pool. How does that make any godly sense, what you just said? How does that make... Because they play basketball in Europe and in Africa and all of those countries does not mean LeBron is playing against all of those players. At any given time, LeBron is playing against how many? 449 players a year. Unless you're under some type of illusion that the NBA allows you to have 10,000 players in a league in a given season. There are 450 spots. And if you remove his teammates, he's competing against 400 and something players every year. In the NFL, which has 32 teams and 52 players, at any given moment, Tom Brady is competing against 1,696 players. So what is this huge talent pool you're talking about? I don't understand what you... I don't even know what they were... Who says this? And you know what's funny? At the end of that, probably even while he was talking, there was some dudes like, yeah, this is I can see it. I can absolutely see it. This guy's making a prolific case. It's absolutely astonishing what he's saying. Some of you dudes ain't got no shame. Y'all ain't got no shame. Y'all ain't got no shame whatsoever. How you gonna compare Tom Brady, the GOAT of his sport, to somebody that has a losing record in the finals and say, oh, that dude got a better record? What exactly would make him have the better record? The career. What's the thing? Is LeBron a top 5 player of all time? Absolutely. But son, there are levels to it. It was absolutely absurd to make. What's next? What y'all gonna say? LeBron had a better career than Lionel Messi too, right? That's next. Are y'all gonna say he had a better career than Cristiano Ronaldo? That's what y'all gonna say next, right? These dudes ain't got no shame. That was one of the top. That was it. That was the single dumbest take of 2023. That right there. And if anybody who disagrees with me, all I want you to do is refute the points that I said. Refute the points that I said. Don't go to another point and come up with some irrelevant point. Don't bring up Kobe. Don't bring up Shaq. Address the points that I brought up. How are you going to compare a dude that has a 70% winning percentage in the finals to a dude that has a 40% winning percentage and say, oh, that guy has a better career? that guy's the GOAT, and then say, oh, at points in the NBA, they were saying it was LeBron. Nobody ever said that. Ever. Nobody ever said LeBron was the best two-way player in the Nobody. This is y'all, man. This is traditional media.